What if the common understanding of spiritual ascent is fundamentally flawed? What if I told you, the very moment you feel you've drawn closer to God, the instant you perceive yourself as spiritually stronger, more faithful, or uniquely blessed, you're not being prepared for promotion, not for a higher throne of authority, but for a profound demotion, not to be worshipped, but to serve. This is the very essence of the Lucifer paradox, the chilling, timeless truth that explains why so many who genuinely believe they are rising spiritually are, in fact, unknowingly on a path that leads to a profound fall. Lucifer. He was heaven's undisputed masterpiece, the very embodiment of light and power. The most beautiful, the most intelligent, the celestial morning star, radiating God's glory. He stood among the archangels, closest to the throne of the Almighty. But then, God did something entirely unexpected, something that shattered Lucifer's perception of hierarchy and worth. When God breathed life into humankind, fragile, small, and utterly weak, made from the dust of the earth, He declared a divine decree to His most magnificent creation. All angels, including you, my most glorious morning star, will serve them. These vulnerable beings, these fragile humans, they will inherit my kingdom. They hold a unique honor, a specific destiny. And in that moment, the seed of rebellion took root in Lucifer's radiant heart. His arrogance could not comprehend this reversal of cosmic order. What? Serve this thing? This weak, breakable, mortal creature, brimming with dust and imperfection? I, the most powerful, the most beautiful, the most deserving, should bow to them? The throne should be mine, not theirs. And so, consumed by pride, he rebelled. His fall was not from weakness, but from the refusal to serve. Now, here's the unsettling, yet profoundly liberating twist. That exact same rebellion, that ancient paradox of pride masquerading as spiritual growth, repeats itself today in the hearts of believers. When we, as followers of Christ, experience spiritual maturity, when our faith deepens, when we gain wisdom or knowledge, or when God uses us in powerful ways, a subtle shift can occur. We begin to see ourselves as somehow better, cleaner, on a higher spiritual plane. We perceive ourselves as having arrived, deserving of recognition or elevated status. But God's divine architecture operates on an entirely different plane. Instead of elevating us to be worshipped, to rule from perceived spiritual thrones, He hands us a towel and a basin, and with tender authority says, "Serve." Jesus, the very Son of God, articulated this profound inversion Himself in Matthew 23:11, cutting through all human notions of greatness. "The greatest among you will be your servant." Consider the stark, illuminating contrast. Lucifer grasped for ultimate glory and dominion. Jesus, the very embodiment of glory, washed the feet of His disciples, demonstrating true leadership. John 13:5. Lucifer sought to rule and be served. Jesus, the King of Kings, died for the weak, embracing the ultimate act of self-sacrifice. Lucifer mocked and despised weakness, seeing it as beneath him. God declares, "My power is made perfect in weakness." 2 Corinthians 12:9, choosing the humble and the broken to display His might. This is the divine inversion. This is God's counterintuitive design. And this is the very test that countless people, even those genuinely seeking God, tragically continue to fail. When spiritual strength begins to manifest, we hear the whispers of the Luciferian mindset creeping into our own hearts. I'm more righteous than them. I've worked harder, prayed more, understood more. They are too sinful, too messy, too far gone. I can't possibly associate with them. God should favor me. Acknowledge my efforts. Bless me above others. But they don't realize. They are unwittingly echoing Lucifer's ancient rebellion. They are replicating the very pride that led to the first, most catastrophic fall. God does not raise you in faith to be worshipped by others, or to ascend to a pedestal of spiritual superiority. He humbles you to be useful. He doesn't bless you with spiritual strength, with profound revelations, or with wisdom so you can flex your spiritual muscles and look down on the struggling. He blesses you so you can carry the weak, so you can reach down into the mire and lift others up, becoming a living bridge of grace and truth. Consider Jesus' own radical declaration in Luke 5:32, "I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance." And recall the poignant parable of the lost sheep, Luke 15:4-7. The shepherd, with 100 sheep, loses one. And what does he do? Does he dismiss the lost one, confident in the 99 safely in the fold? No. He leaves the 99 in the wilderness to go after that single desperately lost sheep. And when he finds it, there's more rejoicing in heaven over that one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous persons who think they have no need of repentance. So, while you might be busy judging the lost, observing their messy lives with spiritual disdain, God is not. God is busy chasing them down. He is running into the wilderness of their lives, yearning for their return. And here's the breathtaking irony. If that lost one repents, if they turn back to God, heaven itself erupts in celebration. In that moment, they are, in a profound spiritual sense, in a better position than those who remain in the 99, smugly believing they are safe and have no need for further grace or transformation. This truth is incredibly humbling. It means none of us can boast in our own spiritual standing. Even if we're diligently striving to walk the right path, it's not by our own perfect doing. It's God's relentless grace and unwavering faithfulness that keeps us there. The instant we begin to believe we are somehow better than someone else, that we are spiritually superior, we are, without even realizing it, moving further from the heart of God, closer to the ancient echoes of Lucifer's fatal pride. So, if God has graced you with strength, illuminated you with wisdom, or steadfastly grown your faith, do not, for a single moment, allow yourself to climb onto a self-made throne of spiritual superiority. Instead, grab a towel, lower yourself. Because the ultimate test of your spiritual maturity is not in how holy you look to others, nor in how much knowledge you accumulate, nor even in the outward signs of your faith. It is in how low you are truly willing to go to serve, to lift, to love, and to pursue the lost, just as Christ pursued you. That, and only that, is what eternally separates true servants from the fallen. Matthew 20:28. The Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve.